All right, so this is my first time ever really trying to document something by recording video. It was a really awkward sentence. But yeah, figured I'd give it a shot. Without further ado, this is the beginning, maybe, of a series where I take this engine, which is a Beams 3S-GE, specifically black top from a Toyota Altezza. RS200, only ever sold in Japan. Is a pretty cool engine, designed with Yamaha and Toyota. I'm going to be putting it in a Toyota Tacoma. I can't really speak, as you can tell. That's really pretty much it. A little kind of backstory with me. I love cars. Loved cars for a really long time, but I didn't know a ton about them until I bought my 1991 Toyota Cressida. I bought it sight unseen on eBay, actually, and had it shipped here. So that was an adventure. And that car taught me pretty much everything I know. Pretty classic Cressida stuff. Blew the head gasket within just the first couple of months of owning it. And then I began my journey, really. Basically just took the car down. I was like, okay, well, I've never pulled an engine before. Really, to give you an idea, the most I'd ever done on a car, I changed a fuel injector on my old Toyota Tacoma. And then the biggest thing was I did a clutch on a Miata. And yes, I fit in a Miata exactly as you think I would. 6'3". This was never mind, getting a little off topic. And yeah, I'd never pulled an engine before. I'd never done any of this stuff. So I decided to refresh the 7M. My original plans were just to manual swap it, put on some nice wheels, good coilovers, and just drive it around. I planned on sliding it every once in a while. As things always do, it snowballed quite quickly. And next thing I knew, I was completely refreshing the engine. I was replacing every gasket, cleaning everything, painting, all this kind of stuff, which is a theme you'll see. Without getting too far into that, I have been through 2 7Ms with that car. It is now 1J swapped, and that was my first ever swap. That's really what I was trying to get to here. First ever engine swap. I did it in this garage, actually. Every single bit of it, aside from a little bit of the wiring, where my good friend Dylan came over and he helped me, basically just pointed. He was like, yeah, make sure this does this and this does this. I take great pride in the stuff that I do. It takes me a long time to kind of really get something down, but I don't stop until it's done and until it's to my satisfaction. So long story short, 1JZ Cressida, VTI 1J, an R154 now. It's full blown. Like, I replaced all the bushings, everything. It's a car. It boogies. Just gives you an idea. I came into this not really knowing anything, right? Kind of knew about cars, but I'd never really done anything major. My biggest thing I want people to kind of take away is it doesn't matter your experience and I can't pull an engine out, I can't swap an engine, it's far too difficult, it's far too hard. I mean, yeah, with that attitude, sure, it's definitely really difficult. But if you just think about it and take things one step at a time, it's not hard, and it's incredibly rewarding. You learn so much. There are definitely some stressful days, for sure. Racking your brain, trying to figure out why things don't work. Anyway, I don't know why I'm making this clip so incredibly long. TLDR, this engine, Beams 3S-GE, never swapped. As far as I can find, no one has ever put one in a Tacoma. I've seen pre-Tacomas, so like Toyota Hilux, that kind of stuff. But I have not seen one in a Tacoma. So that's my plan. It would have been really cool, and smart, since I decided to record all of this, that if maybe I started before having the engine down to this point and cleaned and all that. I have pictures, maybe I'll put a slideshow in. I freaking hate slideshow videos, so I probably won't. So I'm just planning on regasketing this. Yeah, make sure everything's good. I'm pretty amazed actually so far. Inside the head, it looks just absolutely brand new. I'll put a clip in there. I washed it, cleaned it up, good to go. Started disassembling it. And yeah, I'm just starting to replace the seals. So once again, welcome. This is a journey. I'm going to try and document everything I can, how I do this. Now, have I ever swapped a Beams into a Tacoma? No, I have not. Have I ever swapped an engine into a car that didn't already have like mounts, like the Cressida? No, I have not. On my Cressida, actually, when I did a full custom stainless exhaust, I'm pretty proud of that actually. So I taught myself how to TIG weld. I had my good friend Keone as well as Rob kind of showed me the ropes, kind of gave me a couple of tips, but then the rest of it was me. So completely from scratch. I mean, obviously I didn't create the stainless, but I made a incredibly high tucking oval stainless exhaust for my 1JZ swapped Toyota Cressida. It sounds incredible. I absolutely love it. Maybe I'll put a clip in. Maybe I won't. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, my point is, I've never done an engine swap like this before, where I'm actually gonna have to create my own mounts and do a whole lot of fabrication and kind of thinking that I didn't have to do with the Cressida, right? You know, I mean, my engine came with JZX81 mounts. I already had excessive front engine kind of mounts, but I did end up buying a R54 one. It bolted in more or less. That's kind of the point I was getting at this. This is not bolted. It's, like I said, never been done before. I've done some rough kind of measuring, some eyeball math, you know, some kind of looking at it like that. It should work. I may have to notch the cross member. It's close. I don't think I'm gonna have to, but maybe. Once again, I'm gonna say it for like the third or fourth time now. Welcome to this wonderful journey of refreshing this incredible engine, putting in a Toyota Tacoma. Now, I will say one thing, a lot of people, especially when I came up with this idea 4 or 5 years ago, it gives you kind of an idea, like when I think of something, yeah, it may take me a while, but I do absolutely get to it. I really wanted to beam swap this Tacoma probably 4 or 5 years ago, back when the engines were like, engines in trans, you could get an engine in trans for like $900, right? You just go down the street to an importer and you could just pick up beam swap, $900, sick. So that was my plan. I started to see the prices trending up on Japanese engines, imported engines, that kind of stuff last year, right before kind of the whole shutdown happened with COVID and everything. So I used my first stimulus check and I went and bought this Beams 3S-GE with a 6-speed manual transmission attached to it. The same one. There's a manual transmission ECU, made sure of all that. And I picked it up for $1,400 cash out the door. Prices did rise, but they continued to rise after that. Last time I checked, they're over 2, I think now. Don't quote me on that, but I think they're around that. I'm glad that I got mine when I did. Same with my 1J, I picked that thing up for $1,400. So those are now what, $3,000-$4,000? Sweet. I get off topic very quickly, and I absolutely love talking about cars and engines, especially Toyotas. Old Toyotas. New Toyotas are stupid. Here it is. I'm gonna try and document as much as I can throughout this whole process. This is just being done on my phone. So if the audio is not amazing or the video is not amazing, too bad. I have a GoPro, but when I've used it before, the mic isn't as good as the one on my phone. So I'm probably gonna stick to using my phone for this type of thing. Maybe I'll grab the GoPro for more kind of run and gun type stuff. I don't really know. I have zero interest in making this a living, right? Everyone's, you know, trying to do this whole YouTube thing and all that. And really, I just want to document mine. I'm sure there's going to be tons of people in the comments, oh, you just turbo your Tacoma. Oh, it's just going to be way faster. Yeah, I don't care, all right? I'm not building this to make massive power. It's not the point. I want a naturally aspirated 3S-GE in a Tacoma. Does it make sense? Nah, not really. But at the same time, it kind of does to me. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be super unique. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I guess that's it. I think I lost my train of thought there for a little bit. I was like on a roll, right? Oh, right. I was talking about how I wasn't really planning on making YouTube a career or anything like that. That's fantastic for people that do that. That's great. It's a lot of work. And frankly, I'm not interested. I'm not going to be telling you to, oh, like my video, oh, comment. Do what you want, all right? This is just documenting. If you want me to interact with you, if you want to ask me questions, sure, put a comment in. Or don't. You don't have to like this video. You don't have to do anything, all right? You don't have to watch it. Actually, probably no one is watching it. Oh, man. That's it. I'm gonna get back to working on this engine now. You're welcome to come along if you want. That was cheesy, right? That stuff's gonna happen. Get over it. So yeah, you don't like me, you don't like anything about me, you don't like my plan, whatever. I don't care, because I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me, and I'm a selfish bitch. So here we go.